Hello, and welcome to Adventures in Lollygagging, Mystery Flesh Pit, National Park, the RPG, and our version of it, Tourist Trap. KK's disappeared. My tray. Anyway, the pit
pit
got
has claimed
her.
its first victim.
She fell into the pit and is to become an amalgamation.
Found her.
Found her. Excellent. Did you accidentally hit the stop cam button? Because I've done that before. It's like right when we start. We had 30 minutes of nice streaming. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm offended.
You can't do anything. It happens. So welcome to Adventures in Lollygag. This is what we do. We're on our shit. So last time we were in 1997. We are now in 2007 from this point onwards.
Just keep going with the intro.
Okay.
I think I know what's wrong with it. I'll work with it.
Okay, great. So let's do our lead park supervisor summary report. So like way back in 1997, I had the Tourist Trap crew head out to Farmer Jenkins' field to investigate extra weird shit, whatever that is. This was at the same time as we were preparing for our biannual baseball match between the Pibs and the park employees. The goal was to use the investigation to covertly thin out the Pip numbers to make our baseball game easier. The farmer was right, though. There was some extra weird shit going down, some sort of fungal infection causing rapid metamorphosis to a pile of cows, and caused the gasp owl population to plummet, with some weird brain fungi section on theirs as well. And like they really were forced to hatch early. This fungal trail also led the team all the way down to the blue tissue layer, where there was a sort of black lake with a bioluminescent event happening in it. We didn't look into it, uninvestigated, just left it alone. The whole illegal mining facility of the Pibs was in the distance as well. We've since gotten them to fork out the proper cash for this mining, so they're not doing it quite so under the radar. We are getting our cut now. The team was then ambushed by a number of Pibs, and they did manage to take out approximately 3 Pibs before they had to abandon the brawl to make the game. They did manage to be slightly impressive during the baseball game, and they did manage to win. Even Melvin. Speaking of Team Awesome, I sent them down to the same mini orifice the following day, and they did manage to burn out the fungal infection. Apparently, it was all very flammable. All right, lead park supervisor report out. All right, so 2007, Windows Vista is released to consumers by Microsoft. Steve Jobs has debuted the first iPhone. The Phoenix spacecraft is launched towards Mars to study its North Poles. Chasing Cars by Snow Patrol is illegally downloaded and playing on several iPods. Hot Fuzz is currently in theaters. Anodyne has started fabricating fabrics based on ananomic fluid development, creating these new kind of textiles that have come into fashion. Anodyne develops and constructs a new mining platform down near the blue layer as well. It is the 7th mining platform within the PBSO. And today, it's July 4th, 2007. Jeff, can my tray hear us? By the way,
No, she cannot. But I will let you know when she's ready to come in. She's having the same stuff that I had, so we're working through a fix now. But it might be a couple minutes.
Okay, I'll read the opening bit, and then maybe we'll rehash it again when she comes back. I just didn't want to get too far forwards without her. If we can wait a few minutes and she'll be back, it'd be good too. How about this? It's 2007. What kind of changes have happened in our characters' lives? What outfits are you guys now wearing? How have you had, children developed in the last 10 years? Better fashion sense, maybe? What does Truff look like in 2007?
Yeah, so Truff originally had his like curly handlebar mustache. That's since been done away with, and he used to have a nice mohawk. He's got a very like office look to him now. And whenever Wikipedia went live or became a live website, I think that was in 2001. He became like a moderator of Wikipedia because he just loves helping people out so much. He just thought like, how else can I do the thing I love doing most by being a Wikipedia article editor? And then he got married to his partner, Jason, and they have 3 dogs together.
Three dogs. Yeah, very
he looks
sweet.
he loves cargo pants, like those shorts. I mean, cargo shorts with like all the pockets and the weird little like loop that you could put a hammer in if you wanted to. Yeah, he's all about those.
Yeah, that matches a park ranger anyway, so that works. How about Crystal? What does Crystal look like in 2007?
So the way that I've been imagining Crystal, she at this point is in her 40s, I think, late 40s, I believe. The way I'm playing her, I would imagine her wardrobe has not changed in the slightest. She dresses, I imagine, to any younger members of her extended families, to their dismay. She still dresses like she's in her 20s. Her hairstyle always is very up. So I think this was sort of the asymmetrical bob time of things. So
I wouldn't know anything about that.
What my quick Googling tells me that's what was going on in that year.
I haven't had this haircut for that many years.
Probably what she's got going on. So she definitely, in her mind, thinks she's looked pretty much the same throughout, like the entire time that we've been playing this game. And everyone else around her recognizes that she is almost 50, and one of these years will start to act her age, but not this year.
Now, we did have the big 80s poof hair, and then we had the Jennifer Aniston hair. Do you know what actor or actress or fashion movement you think your hair is styling now? Or are we still with Jennifer Aniston? I can give you a moment to come back to you.
Yeah, are you still preoccupied with 1985?
An asymmetrical bob. Are we thinking Spice Girls era?
I am thinking so. Like I'm not entirely sure. I will have a name for you when you circle your way back to me.
I think Posh Spice may have had a big one. Anyway, what does Harlan Boone look like in 2007?
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Hi.
So Harlan is literally he is just like this hardened piece of like the best kind of Texas beef jerky. Like he kind of just looks like that now. He has got a wiry frame. His bones and his skin have met, and they are in constant contact. He has a significant amount of old man strength, as he has now moved into his 70s. He is quite tan. Like his face just kind of looks like what really old leather baseball gloves look like when you kind of see them in a museum. That's kind of what he looks like these days. And he has continued his love of Japanese culture. And he wears regularly a hape.
Oh no.
I'm not sure if I got the name. Hape. It's like a jacket. But he doesn't wear like a robe or a kimono or nothing underneath it. He just kind of wears like, kind of basic kind of like basic Texas garb. He's got like his jeans, and he's got like his like a work shirt, and then he just puts over top of it this like Japanese coat. He's walking around with that full head of hair still, looking great. And he still got his hachi machi right around his head, and that's how he refers to it.
Of course.
And he and in the last 10 years, he had a passionate, highly passionate, and one might say sexual relationship with Amber, who is Crystal's mother. However, as all good things, it burned bright and fast. And then he left. He extracted himself. He has been to Japan in the last 10 years as well. Partly it was to avoid Amber, but as she was clinging just a little bit too much, she liked Boone just a little bit more, and Boone liked her. She was a little trippy, and so that's kind of what he's been dealing with. But we've since mended fences. We have a nice big happy family.
Very good.
We can be in the same room with each other from time to time. So she gets a little jealous
Time to time
with some of the old ladies, around town. Because full head of hair when you're in your 70s, man, that's just like, whoo, that's like a six pack. I might as well have a six pack.
Oh dear. All right.
And Crystal has always had a lot of distance from all of Amber's relationships, so this did not affect Crystal and Orland's work relationship whatsoever.
Yeah.
Very good.
Every now.
Oh God. Let's let KK tell us about her life in the last 10 years. How's the mic and camera doing?
Much better. Thank you so much.
Hey.
Jeff followed your instructions, and KK is really grateful that Harlan and Amber can at least be in the same room together, because she did end up getting together with Crystal's sister, Amethyst, and they have a daughter together, Jade. And that is, having the family barbecues, family Christmases, like, if Harlan shows up, it's nice that they're able to kind of be civil.
Yes.
Because KK still really likes Harlan, like, as a friend. And
you do get him
it's still
specialty
his
alcohol.
booze hookup. Yeah. When we saw KK the last time, she had a Chelsea Hawk. She has like long straight hair now. She has one little bit of purple streak that she keeps underneath, just to like, because the rest of her is just so fucking establishment these days.
Yeah.
And it there's a part of her that's really sad about it. The one major difference is that she wears almost exclusively full sleeves these days, and is like constantly tugging at them. And like, if anyone ever like sees her arms, they see a lot of like nicks and cuts and scars and scabs, because she's spent the last 10 years just kind of trying shit out, because she does weird science. And I've got some pretty nifty tier 3 abilities.
Nice.
And doesn't love that. She doesn't love that KK just like experiments on herself, but like,
yeah. Sometimes you just have to try something out, and
you don't try it out.
You don't want a Full Metal Alchemist try it with your dog and your kid.
Exactly. So you try it on yourself. It's the most ethical experiment, really.
All right. Now, another consideration. How has the pit touched you guys in the last 10 to 20 years having worked here? You've seen how the wildlife has been affected. Has it touched you guys? How have the ambiotic fluids filtered into your pores? Truff, have you picked out anything from the tier 2? Are you looking at it now and need some more time?
I think that was the one thing I forgot because I was double checking that as we were loading in, and I know I did the 3 spends, and I think the tier 2 thing I forgot to open a third tab on my browser, so I will look that up.
No problem. We can just to let the audience know, the pit has affected our players, and they may have certain abilities that normally people shouldn't necessarily have in this world. Crystal, did you find something from that list that you enjoyed?
No, I'm with Derek. I forgot, but
Great.
I do have.
Okay.
So
well, here's your reminder.
So Victoria Beckham,
yeah,
stacked asymmetrical bob. That is Crystal's look at the moment.
Hey, there we go. I assumed. Thank you for confirming. Jeff, did you pick out a fun tier 2 ability? Hey.
I picked Repair Flesh. My fingers sprout with several additional insectile digits that can feel around wounds. And here's the most important thing: excrete fluids. If you touch an impaired or debilitated character, you can move them up 1 step on the damage track. For example, a debilitated PC becomes impaired and an impaired one becomes hale. Alternatively, if you use this ability on a PC during a rest, you grant them +2 bonus on their recovery roll. It just seems to make sense as he is both ninja and healer. So
you are. And honestly, I do try to find an ability. This last arc is going to be hard with pretty high level stuff. KK, are you looking at that right now as well?
No, I actually picked one. I DM'd you.
Oh yes, you're right.
Psychic Ripple. Yes. You release a beam of pure force that smashes the energy into a creature within short range, inflicting 5 points of damage and moving it back an immediate distance.
Great. And do you think that this is an I-beam? Do you think it's like a Charles Xavier thing where it's just like you're thinking really hard at it?
I think it's like a kind of looks like a Casio watch.
Oh yeah, you're just gonna shoot it at them there. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Truff and Crystal, do you guys want to?
I discovered.
Okay, we've discovered. Go for it.
The one that I wanted is Force Field, where I can give somebody +1 armor as a helpful person. Awesome. But it's not like cool and scientific. You literally just smell so bad. You have like stink lines coming off of you, and that's how the armor is given.
Oh, that's great. You just things don't want to get close to you. And Crystal, did you find a fun one, or are you gonna come back to it later?
So I actually had done it. I just had to look at the list and then see the thing on my character sheet that was like, that was the level 2 thing that I already had. So I had picked Drain Energies. So I can drain the power from a special issue or a powered device that I touch. And then there's a bunch of flavor details that go along with it.
Excellent. Okay, so we have caught up with our PCs. I will do our opening monologue and we can start in on this. So it's July 4th, 2007. The lead park supervisor has summoned you all to a break room in the upper visitor center. You can hear loud booming sounds of a cannon firing through the downpour of rain as the park has decided to attempt a historical reenactment of a skirmish for independence that happened near Gumption. Another independence. The park was pushing it a bit since it wasn't the battle for independence against the British, but the tourists are happy to be running around in old-timey outfits and trying to also solve the historical murder mystery event when the reenactment isn't actively happening. As you enter the break room, shaking off water, you see your supervisor is wearing Converse shoes, has black jeans that are ripped at the knees, a green and yellow camp guide shirt that's very faded at this point. She's wearing her goth makeup and a beanie on her dark hair. She appears to be 19 or 20 years old, and she's leaning against the table looking bored, clearly waiting for you. Okay. Park employees, you are seniors now, so you are getting some juniors on this mission. Try not to get them killed. They are waiting near the modified Grumman Interactive Anatomy Vehicle Mark III. Don't get too excited. The modification is a tow line. So, are you ready for this? She leans over and grabs a remote for the break room TV and starts a DVD that shows what appears to be the interior of a crowded Vive tour vehicle. Something suddenly drips from the cabin floor roof, just high enough to be off camera. Then the passengers are looking shocked at something. The camera is knocked off its mount and the screen goes black. After a few seconds, the feed starts again briefly to show the vehicle is parked at a tilt with purses, backpacks, and other items strewn everywhere. A disturbing clawed hand comes into view before scooping up the camera, which goes dark again without revealing to whom or what the hand belonged to. Oh, okay, so according to projections, the odds of there being survivors pretty low. However, we think you should be able to salvage the Vive, which is why you've got a tow line now. Collect any evidence as to why it went off course and bring back any remains if you want, or sample of at least whatever that goop that fell from the roof is. We think they have crashed around God's Mistake, which is pretty deep down. Which might explain the unknown liquid. That place is moist. They were not supposed to be anywhere that deep, but apparently the driver sent us a note early on in his shift that there was a bunch of shifting mass earlier, and we suspect he got lost. Right. Questions before I send you out?
So is there going to be like a junior for each of us? Like we're each going to have a shadow coming along? Or like what is the ratio of like established folks to like
human beings that you need to keep alive? Yep, you have to take them with you. I know the Vive.
I'm sorry, did you say two each? Like there's going to be a whole like classroom full of us?
Two, period.
We got to
a 0.5 each, if you will.
You said we are like responsible for keeping them alive. Is that right?
Yeah, try to keep them alive. They're juniors. They don't have the training. They don't have the effects that you guys now have from the pit, you know? So they don't know about that stuff yet.
Harlan like scratches his nose with his insectile digit.
Yeah, it's a weird life.
Yeah.
What are they going to be contributing or helping us out with?
Whatever you need an extra pair of hands for, really. This unit that went down, one of them may be able to help with the repairs if you need somebody to lift something. I mean, look, they're juniors. You remember when you were juniors, you know, like some basic stuff.
Not really. No. Everything from like 1972 earlier is just kind of a blur at this point.
Okay, so yeah, you do remember 87 though, when you were a junior.
87 what?
Okay. All right, moving on. Who's going to be lead this time? We're getting voluntold to be lead this time. We had Truff and then
is looking away and whistling.
All right, Crystal, you're the only one still making eye contact, and Truff's already had his turn, so...
Well, I am just, every time I get chosen to be lead, it is just such an honor. I absolutely appreciate it. Now, quick question, Game Master. Are we talking about these juniors like while they're in the room with us and we're talking about them like they're not even here, or are they like waiting somewhere else for us?
They're waiting near the Mark III for you outside in the rain.
Oh, thank goodness. I was going to say we are just the most inhospitable Texans ever if we were talking about them right in front of them.
Yeah, don't worry. I made sure they weren't in this room.
Very on brand that you were the only one that was.
I'm about to be introducing myself to someone unless they are not in this scene.
They are not in this scene yet. All right. Before you go, the fireworks have been canceled for tonight in the park. They're going to be in Gumption. Apparently, this is a record-breaking rain, and the possibility of flash flood means there's fewer visitors. So we only have a couple thousand right now instead of like the tens of thousands we've had on other 4th of Julys. You'll get to go home early, essentially. Isn't that fun on a 4th of July?
Will it reduce our pay?
Roll me a int check. I'm going to say this is a DC. Ooh, what do I want to make this one? This isn't too hard. Maybe just a challenging. Let me take a quick look over.
Had to open your damn mouth and ask the question.
Yeah.
Is it just for knowledge, or is this like a persuasion?
It's a persuasion. It's a persuasion, really. She was considering it as soon as you asked. Yeah, so let's say this is a challenging, so it's a level task difficulty 5, which means you have to roll a 15 or above.
Well, see, I have empathy, so I'm trained in all skills that involve persuading or understanding.
Ooh.
So I think it makes it a 4 now.
Yes.
Excellent.
So you need 12 or above.
And really, I'm trying to help my friends get paid.
Yeah.
Help my friends is another ability I have.
I don't know. That one feels like a bit of a stretch.
Well, that directly in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like it is exactly the thing. In fact,
I got a 12.
I will say, people. Oh, you got a 12. I was going to say your friends could help you literally with this roll as well. But 12 meets it, beats it. Yeah, of course. You can skivvy off when you get back, and we'll just clock you out like normal.
Truff with the most important questions, as always.
Don't make fun of the words I choose to use, Harlan.
Was that?
I heard you about that.
Happy birthday.
Okay. KK, how much has he had to drink so far today?
Like nothing.
I hydrate. I had to. The doctor says I need electrolytes or something.
Oh, booze. Like a lot of booze.
And so he holds up like a Japanese bottle with an electric, like a lightning bolt on it. Like, see, you go. Electrolytes.
Well,
it's hand drawn.
Vitamins, minerals, kind of thing.
This is going to be a successful. You do not have to worry. We are going to get this taken care of. We are going to keep alive our 2 charges, and we will be able to see the fireworks. And you know what? I even bet that the clouds are going to part, and we are going to be able to see more fireworks than we think we are. That is my hope for today.
Right. So I think it's time for you guys to head out now. And she'll pull out an iPod.
Hey, you all come with us?
God, no.
I mean, like, we've been doing the Saga dance for like, what was I talking about? 30 years, something like that. Come on down with us. See how the sausage is made.
I've been there. I was doing this job for like 20 years before you guys were even hired. So
you're like, wait,
19?
I mean, has this been the same person all of these 30 years? So she's not any older than us.
Yeah. Are
Really?
you like what was that term? Are you like a nepo baby? Was your papa?
Oh no!
Was he like
my music
was he a
has
flesh
gone
pit
too
too?
loud. Can't hear you
it's
anymore.
an iPod Nano.
yeah, you got that. I remember. And you hear "Welcome to the Black Parade" starts to boom out of her headphones by My Chemical Romance as she kind of like turns around and pretends like you're not there anymore.
She can't judge Crystal at all for not acting her age.
Yeah. Some people just got to deal with reality as he gets up in his Japanese gear.
I will, out of game, I will give you a hint. Is the makeup that I do is based off of Betty Boop, which is a 1930s character.
Hey, I remember Betty Boop. I used to watch it when I was a wee baby.
And that's how old Harlan is as well.
Yeah, my first
Someone's
love,
aged a little better.
All 5 of my wives at this point, none of them quite matched up to Betty Boop. Maybe number 6. We'll see.
You can always hope.
Yeah.
I have to. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you guys know where sort of the vehicle bay is to pick up your modified Grumman IEV Mark III, and apparently you've got some juniors hanging around the car waiting for you.
And Crystal, as leader for this one, is well, howdy there. It is so very nice to make your acquaintance. And who do we have with us today? Like almost like she's walking into a kindergarten class.
Oh, hello. I'm Pell, and this is Dell, and we're twins, and we're here to help.
Well, that just sounds amazing. Now we have Pell and we have Dell.
Yeah.
That is just, and what
it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Crystal. This is Truff
Crystal.
and KK and
Hi,
Harlan.
Hi, KK. Hi, Harlan.
That's Sensei Boone, please.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
you watch anime?
I do, in fact. It is quite delicious.
Do you do Rurouni Kenshin? If you're using
No.
Sensei?
You're absolutely
2007.
ridiculous right now. You're embarrassing yourself.
How about Sailor
You're
Moon?
embarrassing all of Japanese culture right now.
2007.
at
One
you.
Piece and Naruto.
Yeah, Naruto. There we go.
Naruto.
More of a 90s guy. That's fine. Anyhow, you may address me as Sensei Boone. Which one of y'all got martial arts experience?
Can you fill us in on what experience you have? What skills are you bringing to the proverbial
What would you
table?
say?
We
It is you
graduated
do here.
high school, and we did 1 year of college, and then we flunked for partying too much, and then Dad got us a job here.
Who happens to be your papa?
Oh, it is Melvin, and apparently married Jeffrina, and yeah.
That was a
Okay.
beautiful wedding.
I see now.
Yeah,
We
apparently
are-
they've been married for like ever.
That would be good that you know how long your own parents have been married. That tends to be information that you would be aware of. We're off to a great start. It is nice to make your acquaintance, and you know what they say, like, don't stick your hands out of a moving vehicle or your heads out of a moving vehicle, and maybe we'll get through the day with all of your limbs intact.
Yeah, totally. You two smell like booze. Can we have some?
No, you cannot. I am leader of this today, and if we make this out safe, there will be celebratory sharing of said booze. I don't know what you're speaking of, but were there booze that would be shared after the fact? I'm trying to help you not flunk out of this job like you flunked out of your school.
Well,
No, if it's flunking so much as in being lost forever in the pit.
Or that too,
Are
actually.
you threatening them?
The consequences. Truff makes an excellent point. Thank you, Truff. Appreciate
Safety
that
first.
reminder. Safety first, because
No, we
flunking
had to
out of
do,
school is
like-
one thing.
3 days of safety education when we started this job.
And
That didn't exist when you guys started the job.
well, and that's what Crystal was going to look to everyone else and be like, 3 days of training. I'm pretty sure they just told us don't get yourself killed.
It was
I don't-
something I
Not
helped
even-
develop, I think, but I only just did the talking points, and then it was kind of already established. I just was like, oh, this could sound friendlier this way.
Well, I'll bet it's a great training if you help with it, Truff.
The kids would be able to tell us how much they learned. Looks at them expectantly.
Hey, we're not kids. We're like 20, 21. We can drink. Drinking in America is 21, so we can definitely legally drink.
You said that very awkwardly, since we are all here in America.
To remember that it was a little bit different. Anyway, apparently we're going to see some sort of like gruesome murder site.
We are going to investigate some things, and we will each tell you when there's something that we need you to do. Otherwise,
do you guys have like monitors built in so we can play some COD on our way down?
Nope, we do not. Butts and seats, unless I say otherwise. Understood?
God. All right, whatever.
What were you even told to do with us? Like, were you just supposed to tag along?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we tried to run some tours just walking around in the lower visitor center area where they've got like the phone lines and all the old tech stuff. And then we were pulled from that after one day. So then they had us try to help with some of like the maintenance stuff. Janitors for a day. Anyway, we're supposed to follow you guys around and not touch anything.
Excellent. I would like to repeat that. Do not touch anything unless we ask you to. Harlan, any other words of wisdom before we enter onto this?
Dude's like ancient. You can't think he has anything good to say anymore.
What? What's
my
happening?
point.
What are we doing?
As long as they know not to touch anything, that's enough.
All right, we got that. Truff will fill you in if there's anything else that you seem to have forgotten about your 3-day safety training, and your takeaway is don't touch things.
It's the most important thing.
Harlan, can I get a little bit of that?
You need some electrolytes. Here
Yes, I do.
Here you go, baby
Test
girl.
our patience today.
My daughter-in-law over here. Something. I don't know. It's weird.
You work with 2 former daughters-in-law, actually.
So wait a second.
Yeah.
We're supposed to take these 2 down to the pit and murder them? What was that? I don't.
I think we were just supposed to get the Aviv that was lost down there and then keep them alive.
You guys,
and if they don't touch things, they should stay alive.
Have the opportunity to, like, they're not trained. You could do things without them noticing and or whatever you want, you know.
I mean, we will see how things play out, and maybe circumstances will just fall into our laps, and will take them as they come.
So, like, Mom and Dad, Jeffrina and Melvin, like, they talk about you guys. It's all trash talk. Apparently, you guys are really bad at your jobs.
I don't see how that's possible. You've been here for 30 years.
Yeah, but so do managers who can't do what their jobs are in like office positions.
Y'all haven't been able to keep a job for longer than a day.
Yeah, but we're kids. Oh, no, we're not kids. We're young adults.
Checkmate. Your prefrontal cortex isn't developed enough, and you fell into your own trap.
Hey, that's an HR violation there, Truff. Be careful.
Okay, we're not allowed to discuss other people's prefrontal cortex development.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I think that's ageism of some kind.
So you guys have the Vive just in front of you. You're pretty familiar. You guys have driven it for the last 10, 15 years. It's the same one that you took down in Farmer Jenkins' place. Someone has clearly modified the end so that it has like this long pipe attached to it with some sort of tether so that you can pull other vehicles with it. And you know from the vehicle bay, there is a side orifice that you can drive into. So Harlan is driving, I assume?
Oh, hell yeah, yes. He puts on his driving gloves, which have extra slots for his extra fingers. I got this, y'all.
What happened to your hand? Why is it so weird looking?
What happened to your face? Why is it so weird looking?
Wow, our parents were right about you guys.
You've got parents? I thought you just kind of spawned out of the dog shit that's upstairs in the park.
Yeah.
Sitting aghast.
Are you still in your kids' lives? Apparently you've got 25 of them.
Nope.
Just
They're all adults now.
Deadbeat
Scot-free, don't owe them a dime.
Deadbeat dads. All right. So as Harlan takes the driver's seat, you guys find seats. Dell and Pell get kind of shoved in the back and have to use rails with little handholds like on the bus, kind of in the back, shoved together. There's not a seat available for them. As Harland takes the wheel and sort of drives towards the small orifice that you can enter, give me just like a standard driving test. This is probably just going to be a 3, a 2, which is a standard, which you will immediately do to a 1 simple. And then I think you have another thing to bring it to 0, or?
No. Just down to the 1. Yeah.
Okay. So 3 or higher.
All right, here we go. I'm going to rip it. That's a 5. That's about right.
Yep. All right.
Just
getting a feel for what the dice are going to be like today. All right. Little bit of a rumble. Little bit of a rumble as Harlan gets it started.
Hang on to your butts.
And you see Pell and Mel like shake and bump against the wall a bunch in kind of not having their feet prepared for this.
Harlan embellishes that, by the way. He's like fishtailing a little bit, making sure they're getting thrown around a bit in the back.
Well, they are in the back of the vehicle, which does get the fishtail worse than the front end does. So as you enter this side orifice that is maintained for vehicle entry, you easily maneuver in, and it is already starting to refill with soft tissue. The self-contained vehicle carves its way through this, it regrows every time a vehicle kind of comes through. So it takes probably an hour before a layer will start to appear again. The slicing and tearing can be heard even in the vehicle's cabin, and the ride is not a smooth one. Even with Harlan's shitty roll,
I passed.
You did pass.
It's not degrees of passing. It's just you passed.
You could have passed with a 20.
No need to besmirch the pass.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. You're
It's
driving.
scar
You're
tissue at this
driving.
point. Scar tissue's harder to drive through.
I pass, and she's got to embarrass my character. It's ridiculous. This bastion of dignity.
So even knowing this passage, it's one that you go into quite often. The ride is not a smooth one. Areas of the pit seem to have shifted unusually. There's thicker tissue in areas where there shouldn't be, and it's hard to spot with the LiDAR on top of the unit. And it creates turbulence. There's also a 4-foot thick bone lattice that you kind of have to quickly avoid and double check. And as you kind of go into it, you start going through the main tissue layers, down through sort of this press of muscle that expands and contracts around you. And you start to get into the speed. Now you're starting to drive for like an hour, 2 hours, and you're trying to get down to God's Mistake. Now, God's Mistake is, if you look at the map on the main. Is something going wrong with the? I see a little sand.
No.
Oh, okay. No, I just saw a hand signal, so I was like.
She was calling me God's mistake, I think.
Oh,
no.
Wrong.
Crystal just taps Harlan every once in a while as he's like zoning out while he's driving. So she's tap, tap, tap.
I put it on autopilot sometimes.
I was panicked that something had gone wrong with the stream again.
No, we're all good.
Role playing with faces.
Good.
Okay. Very good. As you kind of drive for 1 hour, 2 hours further in deeper towards God's Mistake, I'm going to need, there is a sudden rumble and shift as the muscles contract and expand, tossing the Mark III. And Harlan, I do need one more quick check of your driving speed check. This is going to be a level 5 as the ground just suddenly moves around, or the flesh suddenly moves around you.
You made her mad passing last time. She make you roll again. Just try to get you to fail.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this practice. Okay, so I got driving. Question.
Yes.
Would the vehicle itself be considered equipment that I could use to help reduce this?
Like just
highly advanced machinery?
It is highly advanced machinery. Okay, so it's from 5 to 4 with the driving. I'll I'll take highly advanced machinery and bring it down to a 3.
Okay. All right, here we go, fellas and ladies. Hold on to your butts. I'm just gonna rip it. Who cares?
So
Here we
9
dive,
and
dive.
above.
That's 2.
All right, as sort of Harlan wasn't prepared for this, and it tosses everybody in the cabin. Those that are in the vehicle, you guys can do, including Harlan, you guys can do your own speed check. I'm going to say this is going to start at a 5 as well, because you're not expecting it.
Would Truff be able to use help the friendly help to?
Oh yeah, Harlan
right.
can re-roll with friendly help. Yes,
Old reliable.
old reliable. You can re-roll because Truff has friendly help.
Yeah, turn
Who's
on
Truff?
traction control. That's me. You
When'd you get
probably
it?
don't recognize me because I lost the mustache.
Huh. Where'd it go?
I shaved it.
Huh.
Turn on traction
Okay.
control. It should be a little helpful here.
That's passed. It's an 11.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
All right,
Nice.
as you feel the shift of the vehicle, and it almost feels like you're about to get tossed within the cabin, when Harlan does a sort of a quick jerk of the wheel, pulling it this way and that to compensate for the rippling effect of the muscles around you, avoiding 2 points of damage each end to the vehicle. Kind of, you're used to these walls perpetually moving and shaking like this, but this, like, the movement of the hard tissue and the sort of the bone lattice, and now getting, like, these are all shifts that seem to be quite frequent in a way that is unusual. Like, it's way more often than you would normally expect. And you continue down for another hour, another 2 hours. And Harlan, your LiDAR and whomever is looking at the navigation sort of menu to help you guys get to God's Mistake, you know that it's essentially right below you from here. And it's going to be this huge cavity. I just need one more quick drive check. This one is just for your landing to see if you're going to sort of crash into God's Mistake or if you're able to do a soft landing.
All right. Sure. Okay, here we go.
This is just going to be, this is also a level 5, just to make sure that you're not
All right.
crashing through
Here we
the
go.
cavity.
19.
Hey.
Minor effect.
Hell
I
yes.
have a suggestion for my minor effect.
I'm happy to hear it. Go for it.
I kill Pell and Dell. I'm just kidding. Just playing.
You can have them like
It's minor, so
toss.
just
Oh
one
no,
of
I
them.
moved. I did it
Just one.
again. Hold
take
on,
it-
sorry.
I'll
I'm
take
gonna
out,
see if I can fix my camera.
I'll take out Dell because that's our next door neighbor.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna be blurry for a second. Yeah, my camera hates me. So this cavity that you enter, and you guys, instead of coming, you knew that you were coming vertically down towards it, and Harlan managed to corkscrew around near the end and come out just to the side, as it is hard to be very precise in a living organism where everything shifts. But Harlan sensed the sort of the difference in tissue around you and knew that you were coming into a cavity. So you managed to come in at the bottom instead of up through the top.
Yeah.
And you come out in this huge cavity, several kilometers long. 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles and has ducts in nearly, as you kind of enter and you see this large cavity, you see sort of the ducts of water flowing around that are liquids produced from areas like the amniotic thermal springs. And you know historically that the early explorers in this, which is now clearly God's Mistake, used to cut into those ducts and these organs and found that there were amniotic fluids that poured across hundreds of slender sacs arranged in horizontal rows in a way that superficially resembled fins or gills. On the opening of these sacs, explorers found a living animal in each, cattle, sheep, coyote, birds, and other surface wildlife, highly emancipated and lacking hair or feathers, connected to the wall of by the sac by these sort of fibrous veins and tissues bundled which grew into their flesh. One might call it an umbilical cord. Officially, no humans have ever been found in one of these fin-like sacs. And you see several tears along the wall as you enter in here, pushing through and tearing your own hole through the dermal tissue of God's mistake. And looking beyond those tears, you do see a crashed Aviv near sort of these spots of bleeding liquid that are pouring down a little bit onto the fleshy bottom of this cavern.
Harlan, as
touchdown.
This I was just gonna say 7 points to you. That was excellent.
I turned off my targeting sensors and just used my sense of the force. Land.
You did.
Is that something you learned in karate?
From Sensei Nick, yeah. God rest his soul.
Oh, that's right. That did happen. We're still very sorry for your loss.
Oh, sir, I visit him all the time. Like tax evasions, he's got a decent cell.
Well, thank you for the great Landon here. That we got. And she's gonna turn around to the back to Del and Pell. Seats and butts, unless we say otherwise.
Can't we go with you guys?
Nope.
But the cool stuff's over there.
And the lethal stuff.
If we're going
you guys have to keep us alive or else.
No, but you called us bad at our jobs, so it's probably best if you stay in here.
Whole not touching thing.
Yeah, but it's not touching things. It's walking around and, learning
if we
the
need
job.
to leave the vicinity of this vehicle, you can exit the vehicle. For now, butts and seats.
All right. So as you guys kind of park in this massive, massive cavity, Pell and Del, give me... Crystal, I'm going to ask for an intelligence roll, a charisma roll to try to persuade these two to remain here. I'm going to call this... I'll say this is also a challenging roll of 5. So if you can give me a 15 or higher, or bring it down with some stuff.
So I realize I should probably switch my tactic a little bit because I am trained if the social interaction is lighthearted or self-deprecating. So I'll throw a couple of insults towards myself in here. So it is self-deprecating.
Well, I will say Truff did say you guys were called bad at your jobs. So it's probably, I'm just going to leave the camera off for a second while I try to reset
it was just a couple of days ago that I was your age, but what
are you talking about? You're like,
I remember
way old.
I remember back not that long ago when I was your age that I would stumble
not that long
and
ago, sure.
fall right into stuff. Losing my patience at being self-deprecating here, GM. I'm gonna say that's
I'll accept it. That's I'll bring it down to a 4 for that, for your efforts. Right. I appreciate it.
And it's intellect, so I'm gonna spend 2 on that.
Okay.
So that'll bring it down to a 3. So it's a 9. And I rolled a 5 because I am in no way self-deprecating or lighthearted.
But that's okay because not only am I trained in empathy, but I help my friends and I know how to persuade. So try again.
20.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
Truff helps his friend.
I'm happy to hear if you want an additional effect on this roll, because I know it's not a damaging roll, but I'm happy to try to give you a little bit extra for rolling really well.
I would say that
in convincing these 21-year-old young adults to sit here.
I'm going to say that, what extra effect? Can I say that they are like they become motivated after this little bit in timeout, that when they do come out of this, that they will be a bit useful.
That might be asking a little bit too much, but sure, we'll have a moment. We'll call a moment of self-reflection as they sit here with you telling them that they're useless with a 20, and that they need to stay here and not do anything.
All right. So maybe when they get out, they'll just be less destructive than they might have been otherwise.
Mm-hmm. And I know we've got a few of them. You guys are in a Mark III, a Grumman Mark III. The Vive is the safari vehicle that is crashed that had the tourists in it. So you're going to go explore the Vive now. So convincing the young adult shadow park rangers that just they so want to learn and be here with you, and it's not because they're told they have to. You see in front of you the crash Mark III. There's skid marks on the resilient texture of the fleshy floor, which is hard to do. You know this thing heals itself quickly, and you see a shroon of ripped clothing and some backpacks and bags kind of around some tourist t-shirts for like 2007, July 4th, with the fireworks t-shirt that you know the shop is selling up above. And you see that the hatch is open even from this distance of your vehicle. So you exit your back hatch looking towards this crash site. What is you also have along the wall the ducts, and you see that there were several that had been bleeding that have started to heal as well. That looked weird.
Well, this is not y'all's first rodeo, so I don't need to tell you what you need to do. Let's get this thing investigated.
Yeah, Jim, is this the final location we're supposed to like look at, or is there further way to go?
No, so essentially the lead park supervisor told you that from the video footage, it looked like there weren't any human survivors. However, they are interested in having... Derek's got the 4th of July pants on, too. Just like America shorts.
I just noticed that. I love it.
They wanted you to investigate the Vive to try to figure out what happened, what the goop was that fell on them, and also to pull the Vive back with your Mark III so that they could recover the car, essentially.
Okay. So I wonder then if I might use my infiltrator cipher prototype. It is a tiny capsule that launches and moves at great speed, mapping and scanning an unknown area. It moves 500 feet per level of the thing. Scanning an area up to 50 feet per level away from it. Identifies basic layout, creatures, and major energy sources, and either transmits this information back to the user or returns to show what it saw.
Sure. So we've got like a little mini...
Oh, yeah, that little Cassie watch thing that she has.
Yeah.
She'll pull up her sleeve, and right next to the Cassie watch is something that looks very... much more like a biocomputer made of things that have been collected from the pit. And she'll press a button on that, and a capsule that looks more like a toenail than anything metallic will launch and do the work.
Okay, so you guys see some sort of like weird mini flesh helicopter sort of launch away from KK and start to fly towards this crash site.
I got this, guys. Don't worry.
Okay, so KK, do you have like a monitor built into your arm, or do you have like a little flip up watch that you just wear, or
well, it specifically does say that it can come back and like basically show a diagram. So I'd love for it to do that.
We can do so. You guys see hear a little buzz as a little like flesh drone that looks a little bit like a wasp of some kind of gets up off of KK, flies around this area, and then comes back. So
and what it shows is definitely a little cosmic horror. Like it shows buildings and structures that kind of pulse with life and everything else, because fundamentally it's kind of biological.
Fair enough. So as this thing lands back on KK's palm, KK, it flattens out so that it's creating a flat surface, and you feel its tiny like little legs around the palm of your hand as it kind of settles down. And on this little flat flesh pad that it makes, it creates a duplicate of the crash site. And you guys can see sort of miniature versions of the clothes and tools, and a miniature version of the Vive, and a little bit of the wall around it. But obviously it can't create too big a picture within this range. You can kind of see that there are no people, no bodies within the Vive. You see the ripped clothes and the bags and everything that you saw in the camera. Whatever that creepy hand was that scraped across the camera before it went out, there's nothing that appears like that in there right now. One thing that you do definitely notice is on the bottom, like if you pick up the Vive and it like the little fleshy turbines kind of extend as you pick it up, and like a picture that you're grabbing and pulling up where the face is pulled out, but it leaves like little bits of pixels behind. You see below it are a bunch of young common polyps, which look like a little bushes with pink and red sort of shrubbery leaves on them. And you know that those are fairly mundane unless you kind of go into their vicinity, and they look to be unharmed below this, miraculously unharmed below the Vive. But also you can like tilt the Vive up, and you see some, like, there looks to be some damage. Crystal, you're usually the mechanic of the group. Do you want to give me your, like, mechanics check for this?
Yeah, I've got anodyne technology repair and identifying anodyne technology as two possible skills.
Great. Well, it would have been a 5. So, yes, anodyne technology. This is anodyne technology. And what was the other one, sorry?
I think it's like a one or the other with skills. Like I don't have other stuff that can help, but I do have that one. So it'll bring it from a 5 to a 4.
Does this map thing count as this equipment that takes it down further for her?
Well, the Vive would be the anodyne equipment that would bring it down from a 5 to a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do not think that my packs of bubblegum equipment is going to help me at all here, or
your tools and such.
Well, the tools,
well, I mean,
if you want it, you can hold off on the roll now, and you can go look at the physical object, because the tools would help with the thing that is large enough for it. I would reduce it if you're looking at the machine itself.
KK, that is incredibly helpful visualization there of where I gotta go. I think this lets me know where I'm gonna head off to with my tools. I am much appreciative of that.
But yes, this appears to be void of living things beyond those little flesh shrubs.
2 questions then. With these polyps, do we have any sense of, like, you said they're mostly harmless. Is there any danger to, like, disturbing them or anything that we would know of?
Yeah, so these guys are common enough. If they are disturbed, So they're pretty low on the food pyramid. They get eaten by almost everything else. Which means if anything with a vertebra comes towards them, they do tend to lash out if you get too close because they're assuming you're going to eat them. You do know this. It's not usually that effective. It doesn't hurt that much, but it will hurt if you do disturb them. If you manage to get around and investigate without disturbing them, they're not going to react at all.
I'm gonna specifically remind Crystal of that because she is clumsy.
Oh, very true.
So I'm going to very much be like, just make sure you don't trip around them, okay?
Yeah, I mean, that is always my goal.
Sure, but like extra make sure.
And I feel like Crystal is just that person that's still like, she should really make sure that she's wearing boots, but it's the 4th of July, so she still has like her like candies platforms or something that like she should really like not be wearing, which is part of why she's clumsy.
I just realized
the polyps got her.
The polyps got her. I can hear a little bit.
We're all right. I think we're all right.
Well, your camera is frozen, but I can kind of hear you.
Hey, Roger.
Roger?
Oh no, it's bad. It's bad. Oh, movement again. I can see you guys.
Roger, for whatever reason, I cannot say Roger with a Texas accent.
Roger. No, that's not Texas.
That's where I landed. I'm like, Roger? That's not it at all.
My second question, Kipster, the cipher specifically says that it also shows energy sources. Wondering if there are any?
The Vive would have an energy source, but that would be like the only thing that would really fit the bill right now.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So am I rolling an intellect or a might as I
Okay, so right
off?
now you guys are still in the Mark III. KK had sent out her little flesh drone. It came back, created a flesh reconstruction on her palm of the location so you could look at it a little bit.
So very helpful.
Yep. You can talk about this if you'd like.
It's so great. It is.
See, this is the kind of thing you should tell Amethyst that, this is the kind of thing I'm working on.
Well, I mean, the eyes glaze over whenever like either of us talk about this place. It's just not like I try to put in my good words here and there, but it's like as soon as I start to say like, at the pit today, it's like, like I could literally tell her that I like plopped down one orifice and fell 200 feet and like popped out the other end, and she'd be like, that sounds nice.
It's a really long water slide.
So, and she's gonna, because we're gonna move a little bit, and so she's gonna kind of turn around to Tweedledee and Tweedledopey in the back and just be like, we are going to be relocating ourselves. Are you ready to
we can leave the vehicle? You're gonna let us go with you?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let's go.
What's the number one rule?
No drinking yet.
You got 5 more minutes.
In the interest of...
Go ahead, Truff.
Wait, no drinking in the interest of...
Our parents?
No touching anything.
Crystal takes like the biggest sigh ever. Just get out of the damn car.
Awesome. All right, yeah. Let's and you see Pelendel like high five, and they'll like start to head off out towards the hatch immediately. Probably not even waiting for you guys to grab your stuff and head out.
Crystal's gonna look at Truff and be like,
gonna say to Truff,
"You and
why
us?
are you talking to them like they're smart?"
Truff, you and I we chose dogs.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
You give them food, they're happy. They'll do whatever you need to do for food. Now I got to make sure they don't get squished.
You and Harlan.
In my head, Crystal's head is Crystal's dog is named Turquoise and goes by Turk for short.
That dog has the most like it's a purse-sized dog with the most like rhinestone studded of collars and leashes.
Oh man, I mean, Legally Blonde would have come out. When did Legally Blonde come out? That wouldn't have been too long ago.
Probably.
And Crystal probably enjoyed that movie quite a lot.
I'm sure. Very
2001.
Thank you.
Yeah. There we go. Harlan,
there you go. So you maybe you got
off.
Turk in 2002 after watching that movie.
We're getting up. You need it. I'm imagining Harlan might need a little assistance from the seated to the standing position.
We're in the pit right now, Harlan.
What? What's going on?
We're in the pit.
What pit? Like the peach pit? Oh yeah, that's different.
That's not a band yet.
Well, I mean, it's a reference to Beverly Hills 90210.
210, which has definitely been out by now.
I only know the band.
That's the you problem. Okay, let's go.
Rude. You are Pelendel.
I am Pelendel, but only in this game. Okay. So as you guys kind of, actually, you're right. 2007, I would have been the ages that I made Pelendel. Anyway. Yeah. Don't give me these faces. You guys head out the hatch. Pelendel are probably like 6 feet in front of you, and heading towards the Vive crash site. You already saw it in a tiny flesh reconstruction, but you see the Vive. It appears to be kind of more or less intact, but you can see kind of there's definitely like scruffs and marks and scratches on it and some dents that you wouldn't have expected. These Vives are sturdy machines normally.
Is any of the ooze or slime left over?
You're gonna have to get closer, Truff, closer.
Yeah, I can do that since I always want to assess the area for safe surroundings.
Okay, sure. Assess the area for safe surroundings. Gives me, I'll say, an intelligence check, and we're going to make this just a difficult, so it starts at a 4.
Hold on, I'm looking to see what kind of tomfoolery I can engage in.
I'm happy to hear the tomfoolery.
So I have this ability or skill, or no ability, weather the vicissitudes. So helping your friends means being able to stand up to everything the world throws at you, +1 armor to resisting heat, cold, and other extremes, and +1 against ambient damage. Could I fashion this in a way that, because I'm assessing the area for safety, I am...
It is a stretch. I will allow it in this instance.
Cool. Intellect, you said?
Yes.
Can I support with assessing
He is
danger?
already rolled, unfortunately.
Sorry,
I couldn't tell if that was a 1 or a 7.
That is a 7. So unfortunately, you were looking for a 9. You could, you guys completed, I would have given you another 3 grit from last session. So you have at least 3 grit and whatever you had remaining before that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think I still had like 3 from last session, so I'd have 6 total. And it's 1 spend, right?
1 spend to reroll.
1 for reroll.
I'll do that, why not? And I'll even... I'll spend 1 intellect point, because I have an edge in intellect, to bring it down to a 2.
Oh, okay, nice. So now just don't roll a 2. So that brings it 6 or higher, please.
Like how I didn't roll? You might get 2 dice.
Oh, I see
there we
an
go.
8. All right.
Nice.
It was smart that you reduced that roll because you would not have
I had
succeeded
a
if you
feeling.
hadn't. Okay, so as you kind of assess, you remember that goop from the video, and looking at the sort of the hatch of the Vive, you can definitely see sort of a very transparent, slick residue that appears to be dripping down into the Vive. Whatever created it doesn't seem to have left a trail around, however, the vehicle. Though you do look at the sort of the wall and the wall tears, and sort of that you did see some blood. And now that you're a little bit closer, you see like maybe 3 5 to 6 foot lines where the blood has spilt out, and you do see like a little bit of that that transparent goop is also along those seams, and it looks like clearly the wall was opened or cut opened or something happened there, and things went in, and then it has started to heal and repair itself over.
Well, this is interesting. Hey, KK, do you bring like any vials with you? And then they want like a sample of this stuff?
Absolutely. I have a science field kit and I have a bunch of skills. So I'd love to.
Hopefully this stuff doesn't melt the glass. I don't know if it's, what is that called? Acidic?
Yeah, well, let's see.
Sure, give me an intelligence science roll, please, KK. We're going to just make this. We'll start at 4 as well for this one. This isn't the worst.
So I have a science field kit. Scientific kit. Pardon me. I also have biology.
Sorry, technology.
Biology.
Oh, biology. Yes, no problem.
Okay. I also have identifying / assessing.
As a skill, yeah, okay. I take a identifying this material. All right, so that brings it down to a simple, which is a 3 or above.
Okay.
So
let's give it a shot. Let's see.
You got this.
I don't know, man. I roll like such shit.
All right. With a 7, it is a success.
Nice.
So you go and you kind of grab a vial of this tissue and you put it in and you kind of take a look at it. You put it under the microscope. You maybe put some of those pH papers in it just to see how acidic it is. It comes back pink. And you realize that as you're looking at it through the microscope, this is something that you would normally see on the blue tissue layer. This is not supposed to be in God's mistake, which is a few layers of flesh higher than that. That being said, usually with God's mistake, like all of the fondue village liquids and the sort of the thermal spring liquid and all of those, they come down the ducts on either side and spill out along here. Like, this is not a dry cavity. This is, every step is like a slushing goopy sound that you're making. And these ducts that, you know, when they investigated this and opened them up to take a look inside, usually have animal pods inside them. But this is not a liquid that is above God's mistake. This is a liquid that should be below God's mistake and not dripping down. Usually, this is something that you're probably going to have to take to somebody who is going on exploration missions down to the blue pit, the blue tissue sample, and further, or like Pibbs would know about this, but you know enough and are able to recognize enough that this is a blue tissue layer sample and it should not be here.
I'm gonna share that out to everyone, specifically making the point that this should be below us, not above us.
Oh, side note, likely psychedelic effects on contact, but not acidic.
This may be fun for later, but We'll see.
What was that last part?
Not
I'll leave that
acidic.
to
Psychedelic
KK.
effects.
Not acidic to the touch.
But
Okay.
for later, that's something to try. We should try.
I mean, maybe get 2 samples. The one you give for further investigation, and the one you give for personal investigation.
And that's what I'm gonna try and do, please.
That's my influence. Just saying.
I'll give you the second
is
sample
just-
for free.
He's just trying to
Amazing,
distract the
thank you.
2 impressionable children from hearing this.
Mm. Ooh, they're
Can that be the roll forward of my 20 from earlier?
sure.
they're
That can be
actually-
the roll forward from your
Thank
20.
you.
I
from
love
earlier.
that.
You forgot about the party-going young adults that are following you around and getting
They
fired everywhere.
high-fived each other in
Yeah.
2007. They ain't going to no parties, okay? Unless it's like a land party or something.
And also, they clearly are not hanging on our every word because they think we're morons.
Yes,
so like
that's
that
true.
actually helps
Yeah.
us.
That
'Cause
is
we
that
can
is
say
true.
things like we just said, and they're not even paying attention because they think we don't need to be listened to.
It's true. All right. So you have these 2 samples of this liquid that came through and that had some sort of mental or psychological or psychosomatic effect on the people that were touched by it. And maybe a creature dropped it or not, but there's nothing here now. Then there are the 3 slits along the wall.
I do have a crowbar, and I wonder if I might, because and tell me how I can do this, Kepler, but I fundamentally I want to see where that blue shit is coming from.
Sure.
So I have a crowbar, and I'm happy to like.
Okay, so
we go.
the check that the book actually gives is muscle your way in, which means I am happy to take a crowbar. That makes sense. So as you go to this
yes.
wall, the flesh is already healing and scabbing over a little bit. So you're gonna have to pull or crowbar sort of the scabby flesh and solidified congealed blood off. And then below that, you can already see there's sort of the pulse and sort of wave of just muscles moving in a body that you can, again, use your crowbar or some sort of tool to pry them apart a little bit.
Can I give my crowbar to someone else in the party to do this?
Yeah.
Or do I have to do it?
No, you don't have to do it. This is a tool that can be shared. Just KK, because you're science related and bio related, you do the bioengineering and the anodyne bio specifically, or the PBSO specifically. You think getting here is possible. The problem is going to be that there's definitely going to be an oxygen issue. So the longer you guys stay in there, the harder it's going to be to breathe, either through pressure or lack of actual air that's making it into that area. Anyway, now you can designate one of your friends to try. Yes.
Amazing. Thank you.
No worries.
So I'm gonna give the crowbar to either to Truff. And say, hey, can you do this? And sort of explain what needs to be done. Meanwhile, while that's happening, I am going to look at my sheet to see if I can fashion something for better oxygen. But give me a second to look my sheet to figure something out.
Yeah, if you have
to see if I can
an idea of creating, for oxygen's not necessarily easy. You could try to pump or fan something in, but even then the pressure is going to close behind the person that's muscling their way through. It's you're going to need to find a way of making a tank probably if you want to circumvent that.
Okay. So give me just a couple minutes to look my sheet and try and see if I can figure something out.
Make me the bullshit.
In the meanwhile, if Truff can...
Truff, are you going to do this thing? Are you going to see if you can convince Harlan to help you or Crystal to go in? Or you've got Del and Pell who are just hanging around?
Hell yes.
Truff's got this. He goes to the gym every day, except for the one rest day he allows himself.
Oh, nice.
So what would the difficulty be with the crowbar?
Okay, so with crowbar, it is a level 6 might check. So sorry, with the crowbar, it's a 5 because that's the tool that's bringing it down there.
Gotcha. Okay. So I also happen to have the strong ability, which just means I'm trained in all actions, involving might.
This would
also,
be,
it specifies breaking inanimate objects, which if this is scabbing over, you said?
Yeah,
Scabs are
so you're going
inanimate?
to rip off the scab, the 5 to 6 foot long scab of one of these. Super pleasant stuff. Like, when you have a scab on your knee and you kind of just rip it off slowly. We're doing that, but bigger. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do that as a kid because it felt awful.
Mm-hmm. It felt awful, but also great. And then pushing in. So
it'd be a 4 with the crowbar and the strong ability.
It's normally a 6 with the crowbar. It's a 5.
Right.
So with strong, I'll take it down to 4 with the strong.
Okay.
With the strong.
Now I gave myself a second edge in might, so I should be able to reduce it for free on the first one. Is that correct? And then the second one would cost, or is it cost 1 on the first and
Cost 1.
It's 2 for the first if you have an edge in it.
And then
He's
if he
got
has
2
2
edges,
edges, then it would
I've
be
got
2
2
on the
edges.
first.
So it should cost 1.
yeah, 1 on the first and then also 1 on the second, or would it still be 2 on the second?
I think it's flat 1, but I'll double check.
Thank you, Jeff. I do
And
not
you
remember.
also
I
have
know it's flat 1 on the
multiple
first
levels of effort, right? Because in order to do it again, you have to have multiple
Yeah,
levels of
that's true.
effort. So like
Yes.
1 effort, you can ease it 1 time. 2
Yes.
effort, you can ease it 2 times.
Right, yes. Okay. So then I'll use 2 might, if I'm not mistaken in my math, to bring it down. Well, I guess that... 2 might to bring it down to a 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Barring Jeff quickly reading the rules, I'm happy to take that.
I'll spend the extra might point if it still is the standard
Oh.
after the first. All right.
I see Jeff at the microphone. Nope. Still reading?
Sorry. I was miles away. What's that?
I just thought you were looking something up. It's all good. We'll take the 2, which is a 6 or above. That is a 14. So yes, with that crowbar, you get it under the top of one of these flesh scabs and you just rip it off before lodging it in the side and pushing it and using your elbow on the other side to create space enough through this waving muscle to be able to fit in. Immediately you get liquids from the sort of the the layers above you, the anemonic thermal springs start to kind of wash down. You're familiar. They have that copper smell, but it feels not. It's a nice warming liquid that's supposedly good for your health anyway. And you shove in here. There's a little bit of blood that maybe spurts out and crusts from this guy at you, and you kind of push in and. You currently don't have an oxygen, so we're just going to kind of play this by ear instead of rolling for turns. But you can see further ahead, there appears to be a very large, long cocoon. And these cocoons are usually smaller. They're usually just I guess... There are some that are cow-sized, but this one is long and slender. And then you can kind of see it's actually extended beyond that, like a row of long, slender cocoons. You think it's going to take you a bit more to push it? Sorry?
Long and slender, like human-sized?
Yeah, arguably that could be a description of it.
Interesting. Okay, are these cocoons embedded or entwined in the flesh, or are they separate? It's just
there's an umbilical cord that attaches it to the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pull a cocoon out. So here's what my thought process is. I've got my trusty pipe with concrete, my two-handed hammer. Can I wedge this into the wall that I've shimmied into to hold it open?
Yes. I mean, I'm still going to need an oxygen roll from you in a second because it's still pushing back in on you. And sure. It's not like solid wood or stone where it's just you put the tool there and it's in the movies and Luke Skywalker is trying to keep the garbage dump from closing. This is fleshy, moving, gross tentacles shit.
It makes them feel better though. Yeah.
But you can definitely do
So
that. It gives you like a bit of light where you wouldn't have otherwise had some.
And then I'll cut the umbilical cord with my bolt.
So you're going to push through. It's another turn. Just give me a might 4 oxygen check to make sure you can hold your breath that long.
And I cut it down to a 3 because I have physical skills in swimming, which is related to oxygen use and regulation.
I would agree with that. I will accept that.
To get that.
I accept that.
As somebody that's tried cardio with swimming, it's awful.
Yes. So that's going to be a 9 or higher that you need to roll. 10. Perfect. So you managed to hold your breath, your lungs and body getting swished in by the moving musculature every now and again, and you grab onto this cocoon. And do you have a knife? What tool would you use to cut it?
The perfect tool for this job: bolt cutters. Because what is an umbilical cord if not a type of bolt, right?
You try to get with your elbows getting pressed in by the muscles around to cut this umbilical cord, and you kind of get out there. And I need this is actually going to be a level 6 speed check from you, as within these cramped quarters, as you disrupt this cocoon, a hand that's covered in razor claws cuts through the cocoon and attacks you, and then pulls it back, the cocoon healing over as it re-enters itself. So I need a speed check to try to avoid this. I probably just messed the mic up because I moved away from it. Nope, we're good. Okay, great. A speed check to avoid getting attacked by whatever is in the cocoon. It did look human, other than the claws and kind of rapid transformation. This has been a couple hours. These people should still be more human.
This is like the Romulus thing. Anyway,
right now it is a level 6 speed check. I'm happy to hear what you have to try to reduce that.
Yes, I have many things. Where I would like to start is so speed involves a lot of balance, and that's another physical skill that I have, is balancing.
You're not balancing. You're getting squeezed right now. So,
but it takes
you almost don't need to stand yourself
quickly.
up right here. There's it's hugging your hips, and you could dangle your legs if you wanted.
What do I need?
6.
Is 21,
you needed
right?
an 18.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you needed an 18.
Is there anything that gives a +1 to your roll?
I mean, there's grit, so you can re-roll it.
It's grit, you can re-roll it.
Sure, yeah, I can do that. And I can also spend...
I don't know if you're going to get better, though.
Derek, you can also spend, instead of 1 grit, 2 grit to gain a skill short-term, aka for the scheme. And you could make some bullshit skill up that would have given you a bonus to this roll.
Did you spend any speed, by the way, to help you with this?
Also, you can spend speed. No, he just rolled on an 18.
Have you been to Sensei Nick's? Where the roundhouse meets
I
the
imagine
roadhouse?
over the past 30 years, Harlan would have had to have invited Truff.
Maybe like a
Speed
little,
bag training?
a little yellow belt or something. You know?
Sure. So you have if you spend 2 grit, you can get a temporary karate skill, which would be used here. This is arguably a defense art. And then you can spend another grit, so a total of 3 to try re-rolling and or give me more bullshit and or spend some speed.
You could spend some speed if you want.
Yeah. This time, I'll spend 3 speed to reduce it down by 2, and I have 1 grit left after the grit stuff I just used.
So that's you reduce it. You spend 3 to reduce it down to a 4, and then if you use a grit to get the karate skill for this scene, that would bring it down to a 3, if you would like, and then 1 more grit to re-roll on a challenge 3.
Oh no,
which would have been a 9, and that's a 7.
See, that's funny because when I just let it rip, it was only away by 1. So, all right, what happens to?
All right,
what happens
so
to Truff?
as this sort of hand And you can, even for the 2 seconds that you see it, as it scrapes through sort of your torso, leaving bloody trails, and little bits of blue start to bleed out of your cuts as well. This is going to do 6 damage as a claw attack. So that's 3 might, or sorry, 6 might.
I have +3 armor for my military body armor.
Yeah, so... armor would reduce it.
Or actually, hold on. One of them says 5 and one of them says 3. I wonder if it's because I specialize?
You did, when we did, in 1997, you said you were taking some specializations in your armor so that you wouldn't have reduced speed by it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, then it would be the 5. So I take 1 damage?
You would take 1 damage, a thin trail of blood that's cut through the Kevlar that you're wearing as you instinctively push back away from this cocoon. And as you do, you see sort of the hands and face of a human that's clearly already morphing push out against this thin membrane, and it's gnashing its teeth at you as if it's hungry.
I don't really have anything to throw it other than a cola. I'm just going to back out of this hallway and grab my hammer and bring it with me.
Back in?
No, back out of the crevice that I've worked my way into.
The crowbar, sorry. I was just confused by the hammer. Yeah, you can grab all your stuff and leave this crevice as it pushes through. I'm not going to make you roll for another might check. So it seems like based on what you guys are seeing, some sort of psychedelic liquid and creature seems to have attacked the Vive. Somehow it broke in. Somehow the people seem to have survived in a way, but then been affected enough to walk themselves into the PBSO's ductwork to become cocooned like the creatures you've seen. And kind of as you're thinking this and making these connections, you hear kind of like screaming behind you, and the hair on the back of your neck rises as you turn around and you see between you and the Mark III, right above Del and Pell, is a 500 meter in diameter mollusca, which is a sphere in the it is a large sphere that is covered in thousands of pale blue pseudopods that seem to be propelling it and using it to move. And it is currently consuming either Del or Pell, you're not sure which one, in this sort of this razor sharp mouth that seemed to have opened and then closed along this sphere. I'm going to put a picture in the Discord, join our Discord, of what it looks like with its name. As you look at this and realize that this is a Kristox molsic, and these are supposed to be in the blue tissue layer. Nobody has ever seen one in the history of the PBSO. One of these things, these are legends. Don't puff at me. These are legends of the blue tissue layer. These are things that people see, and most of their party dies, and they're they're not supposed to be up here. They have never been seen up here. I need everybody to roll me initiative. By the way, and they are capable of quickly and efficiently crushing reinforced steel vehicles. And right now, that seems like a good reason why the Vive may have been the hatch been taken apart a little bit. So this is a musculus. Let me just grab this over here. So these guys are a base difficulty setting of 9, which means a 27 to do anything to it, by the way. Yeah.
Oh my word. Mm-hmm. This is quite the predicament we have found ourselves in.
Can I say before we get started with this?
Yes.
Because like we didn't really establish what Harlan was doing once we
Oh,
left.
sorry.
the
Yeah,
vehicle.
go for it.
What he would have been doing is like attaching the tow cable. That's all he would have been doing. Just trying
Oh,
to get the tow
lovely.
cable set up.
Okay, so you're probably a little bit closer to Dell and Pell. Maybe they were like watching you from a couple of feet away, and you hear this and turn around and see that.
Keep it down. I'm trying to work.
Holy shit!
Oh my.
But yeah, it's this massive 500 in diameter mollusks that is covered in these little tendrils that are just propelling it around in the space, and it's almost like it's floating above the ground. So let me see here. Did anybody get above a 27 or want to argue for?
I rolled 100.
Oh, oh, that's great. Yeah.
I rolled a
Yeah,
Two.
looks like 100 to me.
A two?
that's one of the numbers in your target number.
That is
I got-
is one of
I
my
got one of
target
them.
numbers. Okay, so this thing is going to finish swallowing Hell or Dell. You're not sure which one, but you still have one twin left to rescue if you would like. And let me see here. I'm going to roll a d4 just to see who it's going to float after. This thing is carnivorous and it is hungry. So I'm really sorry, Melissa. It's always you, isn't it? It's always
fine.
It's always you.
That's the way of Tuesdays, I believe.
When Truff and KK were pushing through the muscular wall towards the cocoons, Harlan was doing the sort of the toe setup, hooking up the lines. Crystal, I assumed that you were watching Truff and KK. Would you say you were doing anything else, or do you have a better idea?
I would say Crystal was kind of going through her bag of tools because she had seen KK had sort of the layout image of everything. And so she had been kind of going through her tools because she was going to go over to
I'm happy to give you a quick mechanics roll to see that you know exactly what's wrong with this Vive before we start combat, by the way.
Okay,
if that's what you were doing.
It was an intellect, and I think there was 2 eases from the tools and the KK's image.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll spend 2, so that'll get it down to
2.
6.
All right, beautiful.
Got an 11.
Give me that 11. So looking at this, you see an issue with the Vives that you're very familiar with. It happened on the very first mission with a Vive that you went on. The screw has been misaligned again. This is a problem that happens so often with these guys. It seems to be a faulty part that constantly breaks, but also looking under it and being very careful, because KK actually managed to show you where it is, of the common polyps. You do notice that also the transmission setup has been partially eroded underneath from some sort of liquid or acid, maybe relating to the thing that suddenly you come out from under the vehicle and see as it comes down bearing on you. And I am going to need a speed defense of 7. And you can use whatever you have. I know it's your weak stat. You can use whatever you have to try to reduce that.
Yeah, it's more that I have inability in balance and grace and hand-eye coordination. Mm-hmm. So, like, there's
it's
like
okay.
not that all of them apply, but just there is nothing in this realm that she is good at all.
Luckily, one of your party members has taken extra good healing.
I did also. One of the things that I picked up in the last 10 years was a stim boost.
Oh.
So I heal 2 pool points, but the target feels a specific emotion for an hour.
Very good. So yeah, you can use, I'll say you can use if you want to use the stim now, you can use it to boost your speed stat in some way.
I'll hold on to it in case I need it, but I will. I have 1 edge in everything at this point. So I will.
And you have grit points as well. You can make a temporary skill with 2 grit points.
I appreciate the offer, but it is so against character for her to have anything that is graceful in movement or defense that. All right, so I moved it down 2, so it went. So I'm aiming for a 15.
You are.
Okay. Alrighty. Let her rip. That's a 4.
That is a 4. Would you like to use a grit point to reroll? Truff, I would say, is actually close enough to give you the friendly.
I'll spend the grit. Sure. I got some to spend there. All right, come on, Das.
Oh no,
that's a 1.
Oh no,
I done reroll that, and I done got a 1.
Okay, well, we're going to take the higher of the 2 rolls. We are going to take the higher of the 2 rolls, which is the 4, which oddly enough is the better choice. This creature, you see like 1,000 pustules kind of reach out, and you feel their sting as a bunch of them start to like push in on you. Just like you're shocked for the moment it takes it to come down upon you, its weight bearing in, as it is going to do 15 damage to you as it just starts to rip into your flesh. If you have armor, you can reduce that.
I do 2, so I got that down to 13. And I can spread that as I want.
Yes, I will.
Or it has to all come from Might first.
I'm gonna say these guys are hefty hitters. So you can spread it around.
Okay. Okay. I have a might of 12, so I'm gonna bring that down first.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's my turn. I'll figure out how I'm going to divvy that.
Okay.
While someone else is getting attacked.
You guys watch Crystal get attacked. It's your turn. You guys, all 4 of you, can react to this and go and do something.
So Truff will call out to KK and say, "Do we think that this thing is sensitive to psychoactive materials? Because maybe if it's high, it'll just not kill us."
I will give either Truff or KK actually both of them a free intelligence roll at a challenge 5, but you're not allowed to reduce it. Just to see.
But yeah, I'll make the attempt.
Yeah, just make the attempt. Go for it.
Okay.
Nope. All right, 3. I was just checking to know if you'd know some really obscure bit of information. All right.
I have no fucking idea, maybe.
I feel like we either have to outrun this thing or try and incapacitate it. I don't have anything.
I would love to, if you let me, Gibser, use my PBSO mutation thing.
Yep, now's the time to pull out all the stops, just FYI.
Yeah. If I could use that psychic ripple for inflicting 5 things of 5 points of damage and moving it back in immediate distance.
Excellent. Okay, so Crystal, yes, you can definitely use that roll to attack on this thing. Do you need to roll, or does it just do it automatically? Sorry, I forgot.
I think it just does it the first time. If I use it more than once, then I have to make rolls. But the first time, it just does it.
Crystal, you feel sort of holes of flesh on your like arm, face, torso as this thing is ripped apart, or sorry, not apart, ripped away from you and pushed 10 feet away as it kind of just floats there above, no longer immediately engaged with you.
And Crystal's just sort of like struggling to get breath at this point.
Drinking a Heartthrob Cola is I'll say a free action for this.
That was very heavy and painful. In fact,
Get back.
I'm unsure of my capacity for movement at this moment.
Yes, you might be dazed. So in this moment, your Mark III is actually closer, but this creature is kind of in between, almost above the tow line. Harland has those set up. Hell or Dell, whichever one is remaining, is kind of like screaming and like kind of collapsed on the ground and just looking up, just staring at the void and screaming, like a normal reaction that you guys no longer have to something completely horrific. Your Mark III is going to be slower as long as it's towing the Vive, as an FYI, but your vehicle is there to get into. You know this thing can shred metal, but you can start to try to get away from it, or get ready to do that, or try to push it further away to give yourselves more of an opportunity when the driving starts, or any ideas you have. Yeah.
If I can use the same thing again and this time make roll to push back even further
on your next turn. Right now, that was your turn to do it the one time.
No worries. I was just wondering if I can do the same.
I'm going to say it's going to be a roll, and you can definitely, I would say that thing is going to be like an intelligence roll. It is still going to be a challenge difficulty of 9, but you can start to bring that down. Harland, Crystal, you do get a turn. Truff, all three of you have anything you can think of, force fields or tools you have.
How big is this?
It is 500 meters in diameter, which is about times 3, so 1,500 feet.
That is like enormous. Holy
yes.
crap.
Yeah.
It's like a football field floating over our heads.
Yes, very big.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there was room.
No, that's why I was trying to make the cavity very large when you guys entered it. I should have added some more descriptors.
The orifice has expanded.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've lived a long life, huh? Kind of just want to see how this all goes down out here. What do you got, Truff?
You know, against all odds, my control the field ability would allow me to maneuver this thing in a position I desire.
That is true.
Somehow I can move 15.
Somehow you can still move it. Yeah. No, there's no weight limit.
Just gains.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily. It's floating a little bit. Maybe it's like a balloon. Maybe it's not that heavy.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I could at least buy us some time and get it out from everyone's way except my own, which I'm comfortable with.
Okay. Give me that roll, or do you need a roll for maneuver?
I'm curious. What do we need to roll to hit this thing?
It again is a challenge difficulty of 9, which means you start with a might of 15, or if your weapon is intelligence based, it's intelligence of 9, which is 27. You need a 27 to hit it without reducing that number somehow.
I'm not even going to reduce it because this says my melee attack deals 1 less point of damage to do this, but regardless of whether you hit the target, you maneuver it. So it's just like,
fair enough.
You know, I don't know.
Save your points.
Let's just see if I get a 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Close.
Close, unfortunately.
I got a minor effect. I don't die. That's minor to this thing.
I don't die is minor. Yes, you could grab the surviving twin with a minor effect. No, we don't care about them? Okay, moving on.
No, Truff's not like that. He helps friends, and he has to consider her a friend. That is a good point. The youth deserves a chance to survive.
Okay. You grab the surviving twin as a minor effect as you maneuver this large, like, tentacled ball out of the way. Are you moving it like another 15 feet back?
It just says I can move it anywhere I want within immediate range. So
Okay.
I'm just imagining I hit it like a baseball.
Yeah,
especially because the last session we
Okay,
played
so we'll
baseball.
like say it moves more towards the Vive and further away from your Mark III, which is your escape vehicle. You know that one is working. Crystal would need to fix the Vive.
Would I also be able to toss my bolt cutters to either Harlan or Crystal so they can decide if they want to cut this Vive loose so we can go faster?
I'm happy to do that as a free action. All right. Harlan, any ideas? Crystal, I'm also happy to hear how you recover.
I tossed the bolt cutters to Harlan because I remembered Crystal that has no hand-eye coordination.
Fair enough, yeah. Harlan, you get tossed bolt cutters.
What is Crystal doing? Because that's probably going to affect what he does.
I mean, so meta, our options are either we try to drive through these little vent things to try to get the people that are stuck here, or we just GTFO?
The people have already started to be transformed by the liquids in God's Mistake, which is something that you probably need to tell the lead park supervisor because that's not supposed to happen that quickly. Like it's usually something that takes a couple of days, or if it's fast. And there's creatures are small, but this is not normal behavior.
Okay, so
and there's shit here that should not be here. So there's like multiple things happening.
Something's going wrong.
I was about to say,
yeah.
It's 2007. Are these vehicles equipped with like camcorders on them now? That's not super.
So
high
a
fancy
lot
tech
of
anymore. It's
not, but the Vive and the Mark III actually have to have a complicated communication system built into them because of how sort of the nature of it was part of the issue in the 1987 campaign, and they had to fix the relays, the communication relays on the bottom of the lower visitor center because it's really hard to ping someone. You know that the relays are up. You could try them in your Mark III. Crystal already double-checked the Vive and discovered that it was broken through some sort of liquid corrosion on the bottom of the Vive for that one. So that one is gone. There's no communication there. But Mark III hasn't been hit yet.
Oh, I was just thinking like an 8mm tape and a camcorder.
Oh, yeah, you can film this. Yeah, totally.
Cool. It's evidence, right? Like where it's not supposed to be.
Inexpensive in 2007. You can just have that stuff. Absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, go for it.
I mean, I would say that. So then that step is gone. That is no longer a goal. So then it's really just if Crystal thinks she can get this Vive going in like one round, so that. Harlan, because Harlan already connected the tow line to be able to pull it.
We're just towing it, so I don't think why would you have to get it going? Like we're just like towing it. I thought.
Oh, that's a fair point. It just needs to get connected.
Yes.
It can't drive itself, but it could get towed.
So the only benefit of fixing it instead of just towing it would that you could run the engine and have it not reduce the speed of the Mark III.
So just for.
It would make it so that the driving rolls wouldn't be as challenging for Harlan. Slightly.
I mean, it's a 500-meter diameter creature. Like we got to go.
I imagine there may be some yelling going back and forth between Crystal and Harlan, and Crystal's going to be like, "That really hurt, but I think I can get it. I think I can get it rolling, and that'll make it easier
Crystal,
for you to like pull out, right?"
Get in the damn vehicle. Your mama will kill me if you die. No, she really will.
Yeah, I feel like I almost died already, so that's probably a good point there. Oh, all right. So what I would like to do just to try to give it a little question before it maybe tries to chase us. One of the ciphers that I got, one of the prototypes that I got in the last 10 years is a limpet mine.
Okay.
Which basically muscular tentacles sprout from the prototype and it latches onto its target where it drills the target for a round, inflicting damage equal to the prototype's level. Which is 6
hell yeah.
is what I rolled on that. So just something to keep it occupied while we're making our
6
escape.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Not that
You
6
can
damage is going to be
definitely
a lot to this thing, but I got a cool prototype. So, you know.
you do. You can definitely use that prototype for this. Okay, so it's so big. So normally the reason it's so difficult to hit is because it's hard to get through its sort of exterior defense, the density of its flesh. But if you're throwing something onto it that is going to attach, I'm going to say that's not a 9. That feels way more like maybe I'll give you a 6 for this. I'll give you a 6 start of might, and then you can give me some reasons to reduce it. But I'll give you an actual doable number.
I am trained. You know that now. I can't even have those words come out of my mouth and feel good about myself.
Oh no!
I was gonna say I'm trained in breaking things, but that doesn't really seem here. I don't think I can pull it down by anything.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have this like yeah, can I give myself a stim boost?
Absolutely. I'll reduce it with a stim boost.
So that'll bring my might up to a 4 so that I can spend 2 to ease it another one.
Great. So that brings it to a 5. So 15 or higher to roll.
And I'm rolling might for this?
Yes.
Okay. I rolled exactly a 15.
Hey, meets it, beats it. There you go. So with the 15, you guys watch your never say die companion who falls over her own feet pull out this tool from her belt that it extends and expands as she clicks it into place and then throws it, and this sort of spider-like claw attaches onto what may be or may not be the face of this molluscus. Anyway, I'm never going to say that right. It's a lot of use in this word.
Mollusk.
Mollusks.
Mollusk.
Yeah. And you see it start to spin in the center of this sort of spider claw as it pushes in and holds on to the polyps that are trying to wither around it. And you can see it start to drill, and bits of that blue and translucent liquid that you had collected from the Vive start to spill out of that hole as it drills in, doing 6 points of damage.
I'm coming.
Reduced by its armor.
Harlan. I'm coming.
And then Crystal rushes towards the Mark III. All right. Is that everybody has had a chance to go?
No,
Harlan.
No. Okay, sorry. Harlan.
Yeah. Harlan wants to get into the Mach whatever number. He's going to rush inside. And he's going to just be like, come on, get your butts in here. Bus is moving. And he just kind of wants to kind of get it going.
Okay.
Like, and start moving it, but at a pace where they can like hop in for those who haven't like been able to hop in. So he's just slowly, and he wants to like effectively like dislodge the Vive from its embedded positioning.
Great. Give me, this is going to be speed check, which is your drive. I'm going to say with the towing, it's just going to be a challenge 5, automatically reduced to 4, again, with your drive skill.
What about, I'm trying to see what other things I got. Yeah, I really don't think there's anything to it. So I'll do
Truff is close enough that you will get that reroll.
I think he already gave it to somebody, didn't he, this round?
Oh,
did he already give it to Crystal?
No, Crystal did not reroll.
Not this round.
Okay, cool.
Maybe earlier.
Maybe. Here we go. Okay.
You got this.
Nope. I do not.
Might need that.
Oh my god.
It's just we all fall down the elevator shaft together.
Oh, no. Can you do a
Trust right there.
on one?
I was gonna say I can, with the help of friend, you should be able to re-roll that.
Can I?
With the nat 1 is the question. I was just trying to.
Fair.
Okay.
Point.
I'm gonna say re-roll it, but there is going to be a slight GM intrusion.
Okay. 19 this time.
Lovely.
Nice.
So
How do you
Harlan,
balance
you
that?
get it going, and it starts to crawl. That pulls and dislodges the Vive, so you know you can move. And then you feel like a little bit of a tingly lightness on your fingers, and then it kind of like spreads around your body, and suddenly you are teleported from the driver's seat back outside on the opposite side of the mollusks. And
Slight?
you're sorry,
Slight GM intrusion?
just a little bit. You're not taking
You
damage.
literally just teleported me 500 plus meters away.
Yikes.
Or maybe you're
That
high.
doesn't
Maybe
seem
some
like
of the
slight.
some of the juice got on you.
And you see your vehicle just start to crawl as you have set it up. So it is warmed up and starting to putter along. You can definitely catch up to it.
It's 500 meters away. No, I can't.
You
That's a
can
really long
because
That's
at the end of this round, suddenly the reason it's slight is because of what happens next. Suddenly, there is a large rumble as the entire cavity vibrates. The mollusk stops, kind of floating towards your friends, and you would call it pausing if it was human, before that blue shimmer that had just been around Harlan starts to sort of shimmer around the mollusk, and it also disappears right from this cavity. The fleshy floor has started to buck, and it feels like you're trying to stand on a sine wave. You are in a PBSO bioquake now. A ton of tissue and parasitic contractors twist on every surface in a vice that can squeeze a human being like a tube of Permian flesh toothpaste. TM. Now, what the characters can't see in this moment is that the overcast sky above Gumption has been pouring rain for the last full 12 hours. And the city has allowed all the extra tourists to come and watch their fireworks show, and the first of the fireworks have started to hit the night celebration. With no moonlight or starlight, there are brilliant, vivid colors appearing in the sky. In the Mystery Flesh Pit National Park, the heavy rainfall has overflown and the pit's natural cache basin into its basin, and it has been forced to swallow or drown. The swallowing sucks in a ton of rainwater and has sucked in the lower visitor center, which is subsequently crushed. Anyone that was in there has died. The PBSO's interior passages have begun to sort of spastically shift. The effect of swallowing such a large amount of foreign matter has choked it and awakened it, and it has started to thrash as the ground has started to push up. And in this cavity, you see sort of a large tentacle start to push through the wall. All right, so I need a quick speed check from everyone to see if you keep your feet. And now, Harlan, there's nothing in the way. It's just a little bit of distance. You're a sports guy.
I
We're
have
gonna
a
roll.
speed defense skill.
Yes, sorry.
I'm wondering if that will
The
help.
Bioshake is going to be set at, this is just the first book. So it is just going to be a challenge rating 5 speed defense check. This is going to get higher as we try to escape from the PBSO.
Can I use my defense?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Sweet.
And I have it as a 4 for my balance specialization.
Yeah, this is a great time for a balance specialization. Crystal, I'm so sorry.
Didn't
this
help.
is your antithesis.
Oh fuck! I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
that.
Then that
Yeah,
should have brought me in the other direction.
Yeah,
then, because
sorry.
I do have.
Truff asking
inability.
about balance made
Yeah.
me remember you have an inability. KK, did you make it?
I did.
Okay,
18.
18. Great. Harlan, what's your speed defense.
What was the difficulty?
Just a 5, so that's a 15.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm good. I passed, and I'm trained in speed defense too.
Great.
I wonder if I might do something a little cheesy.
Yeah. Let me get everybody's defense rolls, and then I can hear the cheese. I'm happy to hear it. Truff,
Okay.
did you make it?
No, I rolled a 3.
Okay. And Crystal, did you make it?
I did not, because it would have been a difficulty
6 for you.
It would have been difficulty 6.
Yeah, which is 18.
I rolled a 17.
Ouch. Oh, so close.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are just going to take, let me double check this.
I'm going to spend a grit to try to reroll that.
Sure, yeah, go for it.
Have a
Go
lot
for it.
left. I'm not particularly.
I'm going to say it's going to be 7 damage that you can spread out amongst your stuff, as sort of the PBSO floor just throws you against the wall and you just hit it bad. Truff. Crystal, did you make it on the reroll? Nope, that's a 1.
No,
We're taking the better of the 2
reroll.
rolls, so you're not getting a GM intrusion for this one. I just do it to Jeff because I think it's a little bit funny. You just need to run back to the driver's seat. I'm going to give it to you for free. So Crystal just takes 7 points of damage you can spread out.
Ooh.
Yeah, you've been hit once already.
Yeah. Does bad thing happen when you hit 0 or 1? Just 0, I think.
0. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. As you guys quickly get back to the vehicle, Harland huffing and puffing as he had a little bit of a longer run.
The world record for the 500 meter is like a minute. So it's going to take me
Oh, good gosh.
probably 5 minutes to get there. At
Oh,
age
good gracious.
73. Just so you know.
That,
Luckily,
You guys might want to leave it that way.
Truff can turn or whomever, KK can grab the wheel and turn it and pick you up alongside. It was just supposed to teleport. It could have been right next to the vehicle. I was just teleporting you out and you can go back in again. It's not supposed to punish you that badly.
Then again, that's on the road too. We're not technically in a road, so it might even be longer.
All right.
We're in
So
a sticky,
as
gooey
Harlan
orifice.
grumbles about some sort of deity that causes him sort of discomfort in the world, he manages to get back to the driver's seat and get into the Mark III, and you guys start towing the Vive up with you through as the PBSO shakes and the tunnels that you're expecting start to torque and rotate the vehicle. At one point in time, the Vive just snaps off. Like, that cable, unfortunately, wasn't able to take it, and you can't go back for it as you continue up to the safety of the upper surface. You feel sort of, this took you 4 hours to get down into this cavern, and it takes you maybe 8. It takes you double the amount of time to safely get back up as your vehicle is damaged and torqued. You've got who ends up being Pell still in the vehicle with you alive as you manage to push through. And as you do, you hear just a mass of screaming as every tourist in the national park seems to be freaking out, either having fallen down the pit, gone forever as far as you're concerned, or kind of looking in at this black sky where you can't see anything. But every now and again, you get a flash of brilliant color and light from Gumption, and you can see sort of the ground and the bedrock having cracked out as you pop out of a tiny orifice and drive further away. The bedrock around you cracking, and these large tentacles start to come up and around the ground. The devastation has claimed hundreds of lives in the region, and the PBSO limbs that had been buried for eons and breaking through this bedrock have lashed across the sky. The starless night means that few people could see what is going on, and unless they caught a glimpse of Aura a silhouette in the gigantic limbs in the intermittent light of the fireworks. Most witnesses saw nothing, and their descriptions are similar to those of hurricane or earthquake survivors. The earth and sky seem to shake amid indescribable deafening noises as everything around them disintegrates because of the darkness. There is almost no video or photographic evidence, but everyone within 100 miles of the pit agrees that it was a night no one could forget. And the shock and horror of the catastrophe has become a cultural milestone for the park, for Gumption, and for America in general. I will take I'm going to take one last roll. I'm going to say this is a challenge rating 7. I'll say you can use either speed or might. I'll even take intellect. You can use speed, might, or intellect to try to, if you can think of a way for how your character would have helped and protected themselves within the Mark III as you did that 8-hour drive up. So if you have a tool, a force field, or anything that you could have like covered yourself in while you were shaken around the cabin, this will be the last roll, and then we'll do a bit of closing.
If somebody needs my heavy armor, I could give it to them because it would give 3 armor to you because I have an autosynaptic stim, which reduces the user's next action by 3 steps.
Crystal, you could have drunk your Heartthrob Cola between leaving that cavity and during the 8-hour drive up, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I just rolled.
Great.
That, because I was down to ones in everything.
So Crystal will probably be able to use the armor.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want my armor, Crystal, you can have it, and then I can
you guys work together to help
stim.
each other and protect each other.
Sweet. I also have an enabler skill for manual task help. Don't know if this helps Crystal like get rid of the inability.
Yeah.
If I'm helping.
Task help? Maybe. Like, what does it say what it does?
Yeah. It says, you can use the helping mode to provide benefit to another character attempting a physical task.
Yeah, okay, then that would help. I would say that takes away Crystal's inability. I'd also say, Harlan, you could probably have given the wheel to KK or Truff for a little bit so that you could do a heal check on Crystal at some point. Because she was very bleeding out and you are the medic.
Yeah, fair enough. I could use my extra insect fingers on you.
Little creepy fingers.
I am not
I
feeling
didn't like these.
very well. I think they will help me very much, though.
Yeah, I could do a health test.
Yeah, go for it.
That is very, very much appreciated.
How far are you down? What are you down? I can only basically target one pool at a time.
I am down to 1 in might, 1 in speed, and 3 in intellect.
I think might is Crystal's biggest attribute.
Intellect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go for try to heal you 5. Which would be a difficulty. No, I'll go 6. Let's go big.
Oh.
If you die,
Ooh.
Amber will kill me. Let's go 6, which means difficulty would be 6. Mm-hmm. Healing, first aid kit takes it down to 3. I'll spend 3 points of intellect to take that down to 1.
Okay.
Or excuse me, to take that down to 2.
As Crystal's not doing particularly well, she's like, I never really got too involved in what Amber was up to, but if I don't make it, you were the best match for her.
Oh, you were inhaling some of that psychedelic nonsense, were you, huh? Okay, go to sleep. And then he takes his insectile hand and just kind of covers your face with, okay, okay.
Oh,
Sound
no.
nuts. And then here, this will hurt a little bit. Yeah. And he just jams his fingers in your neck.
I'm feeling it's like going to the chiropractor. It feels awful and then better afterward. Feeling like maybe I'm not gonna die today.
All right.
Oh, no, you are. You're just not going to die like right this second. We're probably going to die here shortly, but at least we're going to die together. Except for Pell or Dale or whatever the hell that nonsense person was got eaten.
Yeah,
You
Bell
ain't
and
high five
Dell
with him no more, are you?
just crying and screaming in the back.
How much did
Actually,
you,
they're
heal
probably
me for?
knocked unconscious by the turbulence of the
6.
cabin at some point. Six.
6.
Beautiful. All right. So
Nice.
once we've
Back to
kind of
9 in my
gotten
intellect.
a baseline, give me that level 7 check for whichever attribute you want to try. And like if you have inflatable something rather that can help you with intelligence, I'm happy to hear it.
I have a few different things that I'd like to make the case for.
Okay.
One of the things I got was resilience,
Mhm.
which is you have 1 point of armor against any physical damage.
This would be physical damage.
Even damage that normally ignores armor.
Okay, so this is for after when you take the damage.
Okay, so not resilience. I do have also assessing danger.
Mhm.
So I wonder if I can use that to maybe avoid particularly rough spots.
Sure, I'll say that
we're
brings it
driving.
down to a 6 for you.
The others, two others. One is a 2 speed point spent for a hand eye, which provides an asset to any tasks, including manual dexterity. So anything.
So
that
are you going to do a
requires-
speed check on this one? Is that you're using the speed defense specifically?
Yes, speed defense.
Okay, so if you're using a speed defense, then yes, that would count, and that would bring it down to a 5.
Great. The other thing that I have is my tier 3 ability, which is a 4-point spend, which is you've developed drug cocktails to boost your body. So like that's all that cuts and fucked up things around.
Sure. Yeah, so you can
Experimenting on
boost your
yourself.
body. This is like the final hurrah. So yes, yeah, you can, I guess, boost it to reduce it to a 4.
And finally, I have a speed defense ability.
Okay, then that would make it a 3. So you need to roll me a 9 or higher. And then
Okay. That's
and don't forget,
See
you
how
can
I
just
do?
spend your grit. This is like the last thing, so you can just
yeah.
do it. 10. Beautiful.
10.
All right, you managed to keep yourself safe enough, sort of grabbing the things at the right time to avoid slipping with your dexterity, and you can feel the cocktail of potions just rushing through your bloodstream that allows you to react to things maybe a little bit faster than is humanly normal. All right, Truff, Crystal, or Harlan, do you guys want to start chipping away at your level 7 challenge?
I'm ready to go.
Go for it,
Yeah.
Harlan.
Go right ahead.
Give me it.
I am trained in intellect defense.
Oh, nice.
so I was
We're going
gonna
for
do
int.
that.
Okay.
Then I was gonna do some. Then I was gonna do some intellect effort. I have effort level 3, so I was gonna put 3 effort into this.
Okay.
So the first one you get for free when you get 3.
Okay.
And then the second 2. So I'm spending 3 to essentially get 3 levels down. So
Okay, that's what
I should be at. I think I'm at a 3 total at the end.
that makes sense to me as well.
And then I don't think I have anything equipment wise that makes sense unless duct tape works in every situation.
If you
Of
want to like
course,
duct tape
every
your hands
situation.
to the steering wheel,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm happy to take it and I'll make it a 2.
Okay. Okay.
Here we go.
Yep, go for it.
That's what I get.
Duct tape does all.
13. Lovely.
Even need to
Your
duct tape.
hands taped to the steering wheel. You manage to just like defend, keep on course. You know your goal, and you're following the LiDAR and the maps that you have. Even as everything shifts around you, you keep it up, and you know exactly where to go. Just instinct, 30 years of knowledge of this park keeps you alive and going. Truff
KK.
Crystal. Oh,
I need your help. You got an itch? Scratch my nose. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Does KK scratch his nose or makes him suffering?
She's definitely gonna help. Sorry, my dog was
extra fast.
Yes.
Extra fast, no scratches. All right, Truff Crystal. It's level 7 challenge.
I'm gonna let Crystal go first in case I need to assist.
All right. So Crystal, I'm gonna say this is intellect.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a wash. So she has anodyne technology repair.
Mhm.
So I'm imagining that like basically she's trying to force the, and I think vehicle technology was here in 2007. We're gonna say it is.
Sure.
Like oh, I had the word and I'm blanking. The airbags that run along the sides.
Oh, yeah.
That they now have. So like
Mhm.
basically forcing the airbags to deploy so that we have kind of
Cushioning.
things to sort of bounce around in while we're here.
Well, balloons.
So-
We're going to say modified airbags because an airbag like pushes out and then disappears. So we're going to say modified. So you have a bowling alley balloon thing that you've created.
Yeah.
Sure.
So she's trained in breaking things. She's trained in anodyne technology repair, and she has an inability in hand-eye coordination. So I feel like there's a net of a 1.
Sure.
And also,
Like
you got
level
my
these.
enable others help.
Yes. So KK has brought it down to brought it down by 5. So I'll say it's a 5 for you right now.
And then I've got my bag of either heavy or light tools, whichever one is going to help with this situation.
You can tie yourself
Maybe
to your
light-
heavy tools and hope that it holds you to the ground.
Well, the light tools help me poke these things to make them deploy.
Oh, yeah. No, I was giving that to you earlier. For that.
okay.
Yeah. I gave that to you for sure.
And I've got I think that's about all I've got.
Okay.
that I can.
It's a 5, so 15. It's doable.
All right.
It's tough, but it's doable.
If I were to use my force field ability on her, would that like cost any actions for my own roll?
I will give that to you for free to use your special PBSO tier 2 ability. And you just create, Crystal is going to smell bad for a while because of this, but you create a sphere of, I believe you said it was bad smells that kind of creates a field effect.
Yeah, and like a nice slime armor that has a lot of
It
stink lines coming
solidifies
off
into
of
a
it.
slime that's really hard to get out of your hair.
Yeah, that's
But
just great.
I will say that brings it down to 4.
It specifically comes out of my nose, in case you were curious.
I wasn't.
Good to know. Okay, and then I have effort level 3, so I'll spend, I think it's 3 to get that down
Okay.
to 1,
To
basically.
1. Okay, yeah, I was counting that right. Then yeah, roll me a 3 or higher. That's very easy.
You would think.
19.
Hey, I got a 19.
Crystal covered in slime, sticking herself to the wall as she creates this ballooning effect around it, adjusting and modifying the airbags so they don't deploy and then disintegrate, but instead stay out in a sort of cushion effect. And yeah, you manage it. Truff.
Okay, so I'm gonna use.
smelly now, but thank you.
Yeah, of course. I had to sneeze real bad, and I found it's kind of helpful. Okay, so I'm going to use the autosynaptic stim, which would reduce it from 7 to 4.
Oh,
Then
yep.
I have a skill in might defense.
Oh, we're
which is
doing
used
might?
for overcoming things with strength.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll spend 3 points to reduce it down to 1.
Okay. Yes, go for it. Give me that roll to 3 or higher.
I thought that was a 1 for a second.
There's a 7 again. Awesome. So all of you guys working together, looking out for each other, knocking Del or Pell out so they stop being obnoxious. 8-hour endurance drive through this twisting, turning, living Leviathan, you realize, as you pop out of the bedrock, somewhere there was no orifice before, driving away as in this dark, dark night, the brief flashes of colored light from Gumption illuminate this massive form that's breaking through and coming out the ground. You survive. It's 2017. The park has been closed for 10 years now. After the incident, the government realized that oversight is needed to keep the site safe and that the PBSO from rousing again. They seize Anodyne's asset for reorganization into the Permian Basin Recovery Company. The PBRC is still called Anodyne, however, casually. You know that Anodyne has secretly rediscovered some functional mining sites down below as well. You stand before your PBRC supervisor, who is wearing Converse shoes, has black jeans that are ripped at the knees, a suit jacket over a green and yellow faded camp guide shirt. She wears goth makeup and a beanie over dark hair, and she appears to be 19 or 20 years old. Who still stands here working for the park after the incident in 2007? Harlan stands before her. He remains.
How y'all doing? What?
80-something years old.
Harlan, we're just waiting for her to tell us what the next job is.
Crystal stands with her stepfather of sorts. KK, Truff, are you guys still working for Anodyne after all this?
KK is, yeah.
KK.
I think he'll be part-time. His Wikipedia, job really opened doors for him.
So Harlan, here and there, but he's there right now. As you guys are in your 60s now, and Harlan is in his 80s. So some dumbass, unlicensed paranormal researchers have snuck in to do some sort of YouTube thing into the main orifice. I need you guys to go down there and deal with them.
Listen, you too.
I got the driving this time, Harlan. You just
nonsense. I got it.
It's 2027. Corporations around America have gained further control. Anodyne has recovered with the help of a few illegal mining activities, and they have bought Gumption, the entire city, for cheap, while the country decentralizes and services become defunded. There is no force free when the Leviathan below wakes up again. You are the whole. You are everyone in Gumption. You smell condensed life some miles away, and you are hungry. You move together towards it. You see the Leviathan released from bedrock, heading towards Dallas or Austin. A 5 figures stand on its shoulder. A woman who appears 19 or 20 wearing black pants and a threadbare green park shirt. And all 4 of the players all slightly merged into the Leviathan as they have never left, as all of Gumption rises with their augmentations and moves as one towards what would be your next meal. And that is where we will end our game.
Wow.
Cannibalism.
You're not really human anymore.
What?
What?
90
They were going to ask
at
if we
this
were
point.
still working in 2027. And I was like, yep.
Yep.
I'm still here.
Everyone,
You can't kill me.
everyone is a part of the park
Sitting-
now. You're the whole.
Set new records.
You
Oldest
are.
park employee.
You are the Leviathan. You are Cthulhu.
Huh? No, he died years ago.
I died years ago. It's true, but you never did. All right, Jeff,
Oh.
let's close it out.
Yo. Sauce to Maitre then. Maitre, where are you on the internet?
My theory plays games on YouTube where I make system agnostic or multi-system tabletop content that centers the human player experience.
Cool. First up for us, then, let's talk about old Huckleberry RPG. Our dear friend Steven has been making a game. You can find out more information over at huckleberryrpg.com. You can also get a copy of the Quick Draw edition up on Drive Through RPG. And in a couple months, it's going to be coming up on Backer Kit. So give it a try now. See if it's something you like, because it's awesome. And then back it when it comes out in a few months. In terms of streaming schedule, next up we've got Swords of the Serpentine on Thursday. You can see some of the people on the stream here playing through that. Friday, I believe this week, is our other Cypher System game. I think we've got Magnus on Friday this week. That's the plan. 4th of July, be damned. And then Saturday, Call of Cthulhu.
You guys have work on the 4th of July. You got to get to the park and watch out for those tourists.
What? Park's been dead for years. What? And then, I think we've got. Time Watch. Time Watch next Monday. That's what we got. So, what are we doing next, Kipser?
Ooh, okay. So we are probably going to just take 2 weeks while I review. We are probably going to do. The problem is Hardwire Island or the Infinite Revolution, and I'm just waiting for the campaign book for Infinite Revolution to get sent. So if I don't get that, we're probably going to do Hardwired Island. So we're going cyberpunk either way.
Cool. Cyberpunk, nice, awesome. All right, so 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks off or 2 weeks from
2
now?
weeks off.
So
2 weeks off. 2 weeks off.
So the 22nd. We'll be back on the 22nd on Tuesdays with more. No. You have to do 4 games a week. We'll be back July 22nd with more fancy fun time. But that's it for us. I think we're all good. We're all done. So everybody have a nice time. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Have a good visit to the
See you,
park.
everybody.